Hi, it's Phil at 11 Shares. This is going to be video 3 in the series I'm doing on indicators on charts that we discuss quite often on 11 Shares, whether it be within trades that we're doing or whether it be just to describe where a share is sitting currently. So this one is going to be about volume. First one is about moving averages. Second video is about the stochastic indicator. And this third video is about volume. What volume shows us, how we can use it, and what exactly it means within our trades. So if you click through, and almost all technical or charting software will give you some sort of volume as a standard on a chart. So when you click through to our standard page for a share, you will see this line here of little bars, green, red, high, low, big one here. This is the level of volume for each price. So here, this big red one means there was a lot of money traded at this period, at this price. And it's red because the price has come down, meaning that the sellers were in charge. There was slightly more sellers than buyers, for instance. So a lot more trades at that time. There was a lot of activity. There was a lot of interest in this share, but the sellers won out in the end. And then volume dropped off a cliff completely. Now, you'd have to look further into the share to know why that happens. But these are showing you, in this instance, that there's been a spike of volume, quite a lot of interest. The market's interested. But on this occasion, it's positive. The buyers have beat the sellers, so the price is going up. And it can be just an indicator of the interest in the market. It's an important factor just to make sure you know what the market activity is. High volume tends to show a response to something in one way or another, and it can be positive or negative, but it is a good indicator for that. But if I'm to click through, and this is what I wanted to show you in terms of our charting, on TradingView we have this as a VRVP here, and this is volume profile put in on the side here. So you can basically see within this blue bar here, there is a lot of volume. So there's been a lot of money traded between people at this level, which is probably quite obvious because the price is based around here. So these three bars are above pretty much all this because there's been a lot of money traded around this level, around this price. Now what it shows us is it can act as support and resistance. So support and resistance are levels where price may be protected. That's your support. So because at this level there's a lot of volume, the price doesn't really want to come down. People are thinking they're quite happy to pay this. There's a lot of people buying because they think the price might go up from here, and there's people selling to get out. So this is acting as a level of support for us, and there's very little decrease in volume as you go up. So that means that there's less people that have bought and sold in these levels, and this price may be a little bit freer to move in these periods or in this area until we hit this large blue bar here, which means in this area there's been a lot of money traded. So around this price, this peak here, there's been a lot of money traded, and I've put this black line on to show that this could act as a level of resistance. So why is it called resistance? Well, when our price gets up to here, these people who bought a lot, because we know there's a lot of people buying and selling, there's been a lot of people buying here who have been underwater for a long time. They've lost up probably a lot of money, and if we get back to this level, these guys will be thinking, oh, thank God for that, time to sell, and that will impact us moving higher. And there'll be probably people around this level that are trying to get out as well with a minimum loss. So this acts as a level of resistance to our price. But we've framed that trade there. It's quite a good explanation of volume here because we've framed the trade. This level, high volume, prices kind of stuck around this area. If it breaks out, there's very little volume, very little resistance above it until we get to this point here. So there's an opportunity here for quite a big return if this price sets free and breaks out of its volume profile that's down here at the moment. So that's a brief explanation of volume. It helps identify support and resistance levels. It helps show you the activity, or the amount of activity, the amount of interest in this share from the market. And large volume and sellers overpowering could be due to news. Large volume and buyers overpowering could be due to positive news. It could tell you all sorts of things, but it is a key indicator in us framing a trade. Thank you. Any questions on this, please get in touch. Thanks, bye.